5 things I love about the ETM RTR XL. Oh, and graphics ain't one of them. Is this not much better? We'll leave this for now. I might take it off, but so much better. Also, completely underrated mod, this fast charger. Charges up to 12 amps. I'm only charging on 7 because it will flip this breaker, but dude, so much better than the stock charger. See, doesn't it just look so much better with all the bare white? I don't know, I'm a huge fan of bare plastics. Most people like different graphic designs, but I'm more of a bare plastics guy. This does not match this or that, so we gotta figure something out with that. So I've done a 5 things I love about my RTR. I've done a 5 things I love about my RTR Lite. And now it's time for the RTR XL. All right, so first thing we're gonna start with absolutely has to be the power for its size, and I hope everyone here is okay. Is that an e-bike? Oh, it's a scooter, bro, no way. So mode 1 is, I think, either 8 or 10 kilowatts. Mode 2 is like 10 or 12, and sport mode, 16 kilowatts out of a freaking mini bike. Oh my God, and we gotta slow down. That gives this thing a top speed of around 65 miles per hour. I almost only ride in mode 1, which is like this 8 kilowatts. I will sometimes wheelie in mode 2, and that's about the extent of it. So to have such crazy power out of honestly a pretty dang small bike is absurd. The stock RTR Sport is only 8 kilowatts in mode 3, the highest mode. So this thing being 16 kilowatts in the highest mode is just absolutely nuts. Like, I am running RTR Sport power right now in mode 1. Like, that's so absurd. But just to have the option for all of the power you want is pretty cool. Sport pull. Like, what the hell, dude? But yeah, honestly, the beauty of having all that power and only running half of it is that you know you're never really going to be overheating your motor. You know that you're not pushing it to its limit, which is a nice peace of mind to have as far as reliability of the bike. Having that power when you want it is sick. I can't imagine the Alpha RTR, which is the same chassis, wheel, swing arm as the RTR Sport, yet is 21 kilowatts. Like, that is just absolutely bananas to me. Give you guys another sport mode run, like, oh my God! 60, 63. Bro, that's too much for me. A Razor. What's up? What's up? You're lucky. I'm lucky? Why am I lucky? Because you got that, bro. Oh, it just means I work hard. What is that? It's an RTR XL.
Everybody got something electric.
I see. He's got the scooter. He's got the little Razor 350.
I don't got nothing.
Gotta get to work, I guess.
$20.
Did you work? You gotta teach him how to do it.
Only 12, bro.
Only 12. I'm gonna keep riding, y'all. Stay safe. All right, Reservoir Park. This is a fun spot to do some circle wheelies. This has 14-inch wheels, so it's bigger wheels than I had on my old RTR, which were 12. This actually comes with a big wheel kit. So this is my second favorite thing about this bike, is that it feels a lot more stout. So even though it's a ton of power, it doesn't feel like it's just gonna flip right over. But it's a little bit of a longer swing arm, a little bit of longer front forks, a little bit of a longer wheelbase, and it comes with a big wheel kit stock. I, of course, put the Supermotos on, which are the 14-inch front and rear, so it still feels super stout for all this power. So it feels stable enough when you're going 60, 65 miles per hour, even though that still makes me uncomfortable, that you're not gonna basically flip over. So it's stable for the power, and I think the 14-inch Supermotos are perfect. What do we got? Another e-bike here. Little foot tap. What's up? What's good, buddy?
What are you doing? Like, that guy looks familiar.
I'm filming a 5 things I love about the RTR XL.
There's more than 5. How much power it has, it's not too much, but with the bike being so light, it's like perfect. You don't need to upgrade shit on the bike, really.
Our boy Matt, who was just talking about what he loves about the XL, he works on and rides these bikes all the time. So he is a better rider than me, honestly, when it comes to anything beyond wheelies. So he also thinks power to weight ratio is a very good thing on this bike. Woo! Okay, let's go. Such a good stunt bike, wheelie bike. Children Youth Center, that's where they're gonna send me for wreaking havoc here. Oh, what do we got back here? Oh my God, there's a person right there. What is going on over there? Oh, and there's a little lake, dude. Very nice. Oh, thorn bush, dude. Oh, a kitty cat. Hey guys. Damn, it's like we're out in the country now. Wepa for Jesus. All right, thing 3 I love about the XL has to be the hot swappable battery. Now, this is a given on all the RTRs and the Rizzler, every bike Electro Co makes. However, I never highlighted it in any of my previous videos. And I feel like it's such a big deal that you can just remove the battery with no tools, completely hot swappable. If you have an extra battery, you can literally just pop off your seat, unscrew this wherever you are. You don't need tools. Like, bro, how does a Stark Varg not have a removable battery? I understand there's a lot of engineering, whatever, blah, blah, blah that goes into it, but the Mini Varg has a removable battery, and this bike costs $3,800 instead of 14 grand. And for anyone living in the Northeast, this is especially important because if you store your bike like in a garage like me, you don't want to leave your battery outside when it's 10 degrees out. Not good for it. So even if I get a Stark, it's going to be bad for that battery to leave it out there in the freezing cold weather. Whereas with this, every winter I bring my batteries inside. I'm trying to get good at this whole foot brake thing on the XL. Such a good stunt bike, dude. Like, come on, bro. Come on. It's so good. The power's perfect. I'm in mode 1, dude. I'm not even in mode 2 or 3. Thing number 4 has to be the aftermarket support for this bike. When this bike came out a year ago, or I think it was 2 years ago at this point, needless to say, you did not have as much aftermarket support. But now that the XL came out a good amount of time after the RTR Lite, you now have 1 to 2 years of companies making aftermarket product for this bike. This also includes Electro Co. You can take basically any of their motors, any of their batteries, controllers, put them on all the bikes. They're all pretty much the same. Dude, you could even swap like a Rizzler swing arm and wheels and forks with an RTR. Like, everything is interchangeable. You can buy all the upgrades you want from Electro Co, which is sick. And you can use code ConnorG to save. But also beyond that, you have companies like Astroworks who make shift locks for this bike. You have companies like Orbit MX that make seat tabs for this bike. You have companies like Guts, Thrill Seekers that make seat covers, DFWE Moto that makes this foot brake. Like, there's just so much aftermarket support at this point. The foot brake was what I was holding out for the longest, and now it's finally here. So there's pretty much any mod and every mod you could do to the bike at this point. In my opinion, now is an even better time to buy an RTR or an XL because you have even more aftermarket support. You can do pretty much whatever you want to it. What is this guy doing? Going across the line. And number 5 thing that I love about this bike, dude, it was meant to be ridden hard. It was meant to be abused. I've already looped this thing 3 different times. I literally just flipped it yesterday doing stand-up wheelies. And all of the components are just made to last. It's not your classic Chinese electric pit bike. Oh, I think we're supposed to turn here. It comes with 4-piston brakes, the best brakes that Electro Co has ever made. Unfortunately, I can't rock the rear brake because of the dual mount caliper, but everything is just durable. I beat the shit out of my RTR for a year and a half. Now I'm beating the shit out of this, and it just lasts. It's like the Honda of e-bikes, I swear. It's got a 420 chain. Electro Co has been in this business for a minute. They know what the hell they're doing, dude. And they beat the shit out of their bikes. You think I treat my bikes poorly? Bro, Electro Co at their compound, the bikes are so neglected, yet they still just run. Parked up the hogs. Let's go get a beer.
Oh, be outside, bro. Some cops are literally there to do their job. And that's it.
Okay. Few beverages had. Oh, the bike's not on. What are we talking about today? Oh yeah. 5 things I love about the RTR XL. Oh, somebody dropped the phone. Yeah, so while I give you guys 5 things that I do love about this bike, there's obviously plenty more. This is like my flagship bike at this point. I think it's such a good balance. Little baby. Now we're wreaking havoc at the school. That scared me. I did not see that speed bump.
You got a paint that you ain't see it?
I did not see that speed bump. only mode 1. Oh my God. And that is why I love the RTR XL.
Bro! What the fuck? Look at this engine! You got down to the gravel.
Alright, time to grab a shovel.
Let me lick the icing off. But that's just 2 weeks after I bought that. They're like, I think they're like, it makes sense for this bike. Honestly,
On it. Yo, you gotta send me that video, Matt. Alright, helmet back on. Pew. This is just reminding me of like an old Philly ride. Oh my God, what is that? This shit has been way too fun. Oh, I know where I am. If you want to use code ConnorG to save. I'll see you guys very, very soon though. Peace.